Hi, I'm Sean Reardon, Mayor of Newburyport, and welcome to the latest edition of the Mayor's Corner. We made it through Valentine's Day here in Newburyport, and I hope everyone out there had a really wonderful day. I was able to do a lot of neat things during the day, so I thought I'd just talk about them real quickly with you. We had an event here at City Hall at 10:30 yesterday, and it was called the Have a Heart or Get a Heart initiative, and this was put on by New England Donor Services, and it was in partnership with the RMV, and it was all about getting people to register as organ donors. And we had just some really powerful stories from donor recipients and then donor families. And then it was on the news. You might have saw it on the news last night. WBZ did a segment on it, and Fox News did a segment on it as well. Senator Tarr came. It was just a wonderful event. Really emotional hearing from a lot of these families and how they were affected by organ donation. So it was just a really great event. So it was a nice way to kick off Valentine's Day. And then I left that, and then I went over to the Congregational Church, which is right across the way here from Brown Square and City Hall. And I got to ring the bells. If you heard them around noon yesterday, I was the guy, and it's on the front page of the paper today, but I was the guy pulling the bells down yesterday. And that all came about because they found something in their archives or in their paperwork that was an old letter from like the 70s, and somebody's like dying wish was to put in his will that the bells of Newburyport churches be rung every year on Valentine's Day. And they would go in alphabetical order. So like if you were at Belleville Church one year, so what they found was it looked like the Belleville Church was like the last year maybe that had done it. So the Congregational Church took it upon themselves to do it this year, and hopefully we can keep that tradition going. But it was really great. Christopher Ney over there gave me like a tour, and I got to go up into the clock tower and then see the bell up top afterwards, and I had never done that before, so it was just really cool. And I thank you to everyone over there for being a part of that. And then the last thing I did yesterday in the afternoon, we had the PEG Center, so Paula Estes' group, the PEG Center here upstairs, and they were doing this Hearts for Uvalde community art project that's been going on for weeks that I've been telling you about. So I got to go up there and actually do my little Valentine for the people of Uvalde, and it was just a really wonderful event. It was nice seeing all the other Valentines and cards that people had put together. We had a lot of staff here take part in it, go up there and take a little bit of time out of their day to do it. So thank you to Paula Epsey and the whole PEG Center for putting this on, and I'm glad City Hall was able to be a part of it. So that was Valentine's Day. What else is going on in the city? I actually have some kind of sad news to announce today, and it kind of came out yesterday, and I'm sure it will be in the paper in the days to follow. But our acting DPS director, Jamie Tuckalo, has accepted the position of director of DPS over in Salisbury. So he's leaving us. His last day will be March 3rd, and I honestly don't have enough time here to tell you all the good things I think about when I think of Jamie Tuckalo. He has just been so great to work with in these 14 months that I have been your mayor. Really, anything related to our Department of Public Services, I've done with Jamie. Anything with snow removal, and we haven't had a ton this year, so great. It's been great this year. Last year we had some heavy duty storms that we had to deal with. That was all Jamie. Jamie put together. He's the architect of my 5-year streets and sidewalks plan. So last year we did 23 streets. This year we're going to do close to 5 miles of streets. That's all put together by Jamie. Jamie's completely changed the culture down at DPS, which was pretty toxic at one point. In a few short months, I mean, you talk to anybody down there, they're loving working at DPS right now and look forward to coming to work every day. That was all Jamie. I was hoping Jamie would be our next DPS director. He was in line to be interviewed for the job, but he got a great offer from Salisbury, and I'm just really happy for him. I mean, I'm proud of him. I know where he's come from. A great kid from Haverhill who has worked his way up, and now he gets the chance at leading his own department in a new community. So again, I can't say enough good things about Jamie. He's just everything that we really love about Newburyport. He's had a little bit of a hand in these last few years. So I wish him well. And how this relates to the DPS search. So we are down to finalists for our DPS search. So we have some interviews coming up on Friday. So obviously Jamie won't be a part of them, but we have 2 other good candidates that we're going to be interviewing. And any other plans around DPS, I'll make sure to share with the community as we move forward. But we have a lot of great people internally, so I'm thankful for that. And I know we're going to keep delivering those really great services for Newburyport, and we're going to move forward in a positive way. So. Little bit of news on that. The fire chief search is getting started up too. We had some initial meetings this week, so look forward. That posting will probably take place next Wednesday, and then it'll be out there, and then that committee will start their process as well. So fire chief search starting back up too. I did mention the year 2 of the streets and sidewalks plans. We got some really great high visibility streets on the plan this year. So we won't get to that 23 number we did this year, but we're going to do even more lengthwise in streets. So we're doing close to 5 miles of streets this year. So that's going to be submitted for the next packet. Streets like Plummer is going to be on there. We're actually redesigning. Noble Street is on there. We're actually going to put a sidewalk on Noble Street, which again, we've been talking about since my whole 47 years here in Newburyport. So we're excited about that. So keep your eye out for that. And then we'll have that on the website once the plan is out there to the City Council. Plum Island Dredge, still incredibly frustrating, and I really feel for the residents out there. As you know, this is the Army Corps of Engineers project. They're working with this H&L contractor. Literally no work has been done on this since November, which is just so disheartening because we have had such a mild winter. This was the time to do this work. This contractor had a contract that the work had to be done on March 31st. So they took it upon themselves to not be doing the work during November and December. And instead are trying to do it now, and they're not getting the best conditions to operate their dredge. So I actually have a call after this with Senator Tarr's office and some of the other stakeholders. So when I have more information, I'll share it. For what I'm hearing is that they're dismantling a lot of the piping out on the dredge because they're going to have to bring in another dredge that works better in the little bit rougher conditions of the Merrimack. So again, that's where we're at. So again, it's incredibly disappointing. According to the contractor, they need about 20 more days of dredging, and that's 24/7, right? So every day they miss, that window gets smaller and smaller. They've asked for an extension of 2 weeks. So I don't know where that stands. Again, when they ask for these things, they're not asking me, right? They're not asking the city of Newburyport. They're asking the Army Corps of Engineers. So, through Senator Tarr's office and myself, we are trying to be in constant contact with the Army Corps and getting these updates and finding out what's going on. So we'll continue to do that, and then I'll pass that information along to you. Parks reorganization plan. A couple weeks ago, we had a great meeting at Community Services Subcommittee of the City Council. We just got a lot of really positive feedback of all the work that we've done these past few months on the reorg plan. So the next step is tonight. You're not going to see this till tomorrow, but Wednesday of this week, we're having the first public forum. It might be the only public forum. We'll see. Again, the response has been so positive. It'll be interesting to see what residents who actually read the new plan will think of it tonight. So we're looking forward to that. But that takes place tonight at City Hall at 6:30. And if there's any other meetings or hearings that come up, I'll be sure to pass that information along to you. I don't know if you've been on our website lately, but Friday we got a brand new redesign. It kicked in, and God, I love it. I absolutely love it. So again, if you haven't checked it out, please go to our website. It's still cityofnewburyport.com. And I want to thank Andrew Levine and working with the departments here in town, and then working with the community for feedback on what they were looking for in a redesign of the website. But it really came out great, and it's very easy to navigate. And there's a new registration hub too for things like NYS and for parks in town as well. So there's just a lot of great features to it. Again, it's very easy to navigate. And Bob Watts has given us some pictures, so credit to Bob Watts, a great photographer here in town who gave us some of his great photographs of Newburyport that we've been able to highlight. So a lot of good things. So I just say, go check it out. It really falls in line with my third goal of the year that I talked about at my State of the City, is making City Hall work better for all the residents of Newburyport. This website redesign is one of those initiatives that I wanted to bring the minute I got elected. So it's taken a little over a year now, but it's great to have that finally up and running. And stay tuned for more things that's going to help make City Hall work better for you. We got some good news on Monday night at the City Council meeting with regards to Newburyport Youth Services. So we were able to get the $200,000 from the Kelly School Fund, the funds that we got when we sold the Kelly School, to go towards a full design of a NYS building at 59 Low Street. This helps us, two things. It helps us move this project forward, but then it's also going to allow us to go back to City Council once we have a full design with a really solid number and what's the financial commitment going to be to move this project forward. And we're going to work on some things in the interim too that might help with the pricing of that as well, okay? So it's not all just going to the City Council for this one large bond order, which I think is a completely worthwhile use of money. We've been told by our finance director, Ethan Manning, that we have the bonding capacity for this. So that really shouldn't be the question if we're listening to the people that do this for a living and are the experts. But we also want to be careful about how we're spending our money, right? And again, I think by doing this full design, we're going to keep moving this project forward, and then we're going to be able to go back to City Council And I think, and I still believe, even though, if you listen to the meeting the other night, there are still some counselors that need convincing of this project, but I think at the end of the day that we're going to get those people because they're going to realize that we're doing this in a responsible way, and it's what's best for the kids of Newburyport, and that's what's exciting about this project. So we're going to keep moving forward on that. So thank you for everyone for the hard work, and then we'll get working on the design of that building. Finally, just the last thing I wanted to mention as I wrap up is that I'm still looking for boards and commission members for a few openings here in town. So just real quick, I'm going to run through them, but you'll see on our website, and we're going to have a press release as well. But Board of Registrars, I'm looking for a registered Democrat who wants to be involved with the Board of Registrars. Board of Water and Sewer Commissioners, Historical Commission, Human Rights Commission, Open Space Committee, we're bringing that one back, Planning Board, and Waterfront Trust. So again, go to our website if you want some more information on those, and if you're interested, send me a letter of interest and your resume, and I'd be happy to talk to you about them. And that's my Mayor's Corner this week. So I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. It's almost like spring here in Newburyport, even though it's only February. But we got school vacation week coming up next week. So if you're going away, have a wonderful vacation. Enjoy time with family and friends. And I will see you next time on the Mayor's Corner.